Good morning and welcome to 2025. I feel like this is just gonna be the best year ever. I don't know why, I don't say that about every year, but for some reason this year just feels like it's gonna be an amazing year. If you are new here, welcome. I am so grateful for all of you subscribers. And again, if you're new here, what is this channel about? Well, it's really about Victoria real estate, but it's also really about the Victoria lifestyle and things to eat and see and do here, as well as updates and renovation projects that we are currently working on in our 120-year-old home. So never a dull moment here. And yeah, toddler life as well, small snippets of what it's like to have a toddler here in Victoria, things to do with them. I haven't made a lot of that kind of content to date, but who knows what 2025 will bring. This is the first video I've done for 2025. I thought it would be fun to just do a little bit of a 2024 recap on things like who was moving to Victoria, what were those buyers' origins, and what was their primary motive for buying? Were they looking to upsize, downsize, relocate, things like that? I thought it would be fun to kind of dive into some of those numbers. So we'll do that right out of the gate, and then we'll go on some sort of field trip. I honestly haven't decided where we're gonna go yet. I'm just kind of winging the video today because the last week has been crazy. So typically the first week of January is a little bit slower. Normally this time of year, I have time to kind of dig into my goals for the year, do a bit of business planning. And this year we've hit the ground running. So obviously we've got a lot of consumer confidence kind of coming back into our marketplace. The phone is ringing a lot. I've got a lot of relocation buyers reaching out again, a lot of listing appointments scheduled. And I think we're gonna see a really early start to our spring market. I think it's gonna start much earlier than typical. So I'm already seeing that. I already feel like our spring market has begun. I'm seeing new listings come to market. I'm seeing the occasional person delay offers. I'm seeing the occasional multiple offer situation, especially in that entry-level market for 3-bedroom townhouses or entry-level single-family homes around the $1 million price point with a suite. And I know I'm not alone in thinking that we're gonna see this early push for the spring market. I've spoken to a lot of my colleagues and they're also seeing similar trends right now. When I look at the number of sales in December, which was last month, sales in 2024 were 28% more than the sales in December 2023. So a significant, almost 30% increase in sales year over year in that month of December. Typically December, you're gonna see it be a slower time in the market, but sales really picked up last month compared to the previous year. And I think that the biggest contributing factor for that is just interest rates, really. Creating just that more of that consumer confidence. Buyers are prepared to get back into the market now. Even sales of condominiums were up 25% in December 2024 compared to December 2023. We have had fairly stable pricing now for the past couple of years, especially more in the single family home market. Those prices have been pretty stable. Even though 2024 had over 3,000 listings, which is more listings than we've seen in a number of years, it is still lower than what we have seen historically. And I do think that that is one of the reasons that's contributing to our fairly stable pricing here, is having the number of listings being on the lower end of long-term averages. When you have a little bit less supply and demand, well, that's gonna help keep pricing stable. And then as demand, if it did start to really increase and listings didn't significantly increase, we could see prices actually start to go kind of up again. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into buyer origins for 2024. Where did buyers come from? Were they moving here? Were they local buyers? Let's look at the numbers. So we can see that 73.14% of buyers were already from Greater Victoria. So people obviously already living here that are downsizing, upsizing, just moving to a different neighborhood. That really is the bulk of our buyers here. Then we can see that there's a small percentage of people that are moving down from the Malahattan area. That is only 1.84%. That's also here on the island. There's a number of people moving from the North Islands, the Gulf Islands, but again, very small percentages. We can see that 9.06% of people moved here from the Lower Mainland, probably predominantly Vancouver. So that's a pretty significant amount of buyers, 9% or so. And then we can see the total of people that are moving here that already live within BC is 91.41%. That's pretty much in line with who was moving here from BC last year at 90.4%. So nothing really new year over year. And then we can see that we have a small percentage at 3.37% of buyers moving here from Alberta, a small percentage at 0.36% of people moving here from Saskatchewan, 0.51% moving from Manitoba, 2.83% of people moving here from Ontario, 0.45% from the Atlantic, and 0.13% from the Canadian North. And then the percentages of people buying property here from outside of Canada, 0.53% from the USA, 0.18% from Europe, 0.03% other, whatever that means. Total outside of Canada was less than 1%. Now you might be wondering, how can you have any from outside of Canada with a foreign buyer ban in play? But that foreign buyer ban does not apply to a few different property types, including vacant land. Now we're gonna jump into what the primary motives of those buyers were. So 26.7% of those buyers were purchasing because they wanted to enter the housing market for the first time. And that is the biggest percentage that we see out of all of these different reasons. Then 14.1% were upsizing because they wanted a larger home. 8.3% were downsizing because they wanted a smaller home. 10.4% were selling or buying, because they wanted to be in a different neighborhood. 4.4% moved because they wanted to be closer to family. 5.8% due to a family reconfiguration. 2.7% moved as a work-related move. 3.6% were buying a second home to be used for a family member. 1.2% were buying a second home for future retirement. 1.1% were buying a second home for vacation use. Pretty small percentage on that one. And then 3.7% were buying a revenue property as an investment rental. And 12.9% were purchasing because they were relocating. Then when we look at how these buyers financed that purchase, we can see that 52.1% of buyers used a conventional mortgage with 20% or more as a down payment. So most buyers are using a conventional mortgage, having a pretty healthy down payment on what they're purchasing. Then we have 9.8% of buyers were using a high ratio mortgage with less than 20% down. And then only 10.9% all cash buyers. You can't really paint the market right now with a wide brush stroke, kind of saying the market is just stable. It really, really is location dependent, product type dependent, price point dependent, number of bedrooms dependent, you know, how move-in ready that type of product is. It really is very niche in how these different markets are kind of moving right now. What are you working on right now?
I'm putting shelving in the basement.
Let's go check it out.
It's a bit messy.
It's okay.
Shelving.
New shelving in the basement. We kind of told ourselves we weren't going to take on any new projects pertaining to the house really this year. We were just going to enjoy the house, but neither of us do well at sitting still. So here we are, and it looks like a complete disaster down here at the moment, but we did have a big workbench over here. I don't think I have any before photos, but it's all been pulled out. Richard's building new shelving that looks way nicer here. And
bikes are going under there.
Oh, the bikes are going under there, okay. Yeah, and it's gonna be pretty.
Shelving on that side too.
There's gonna be some shelving that goes on this side. Yeah. And I think he also might paint these stairs. Oh, you can see the backyard from here. Next week I've got 2 closings coming up already. I've got one buyer client, they're first-time home buyers. They're gonna be taking possession of their brand new townhouse. Super excited for them. They were a referral from another past client. And then I've got another buyer who's relocating here who takes possession of his new condo. He's moving down here from the Sunshine Coast. And Wrote an offer for a buyer from Vancouver over the weekend. I'm writing another offer today for some other first-time home buyers I've been working with for a little bit. I've got a listing appointment later this week. I had another listing appointment last week. There's just a lot going on this time of year compared to how it's been normally in January for me. Definitely not going to complain. It's kind of one of those things in this business is like you take it in stride. When it's busy, and then you just have to learn that when you do have those moments and it's a little bit quieter, to just enjoy those moments as opposed to worrying about why it's not busier. It's just trying to take it when you get it, and it's just one of those industries where it's not usually super consistent. You have some months and some years that are better than others. This year's off to a busier start, and I love that. I still have made an effort to get some of my business planning done, even though it's been quite busy. So my best girlfriend in Vancouver, she had gotten me a gift certificate to Haven Saunas, which is this converted tugboat down in the Inner Harbor, which has all these sauna rooms. Did a bunch of sauna circuits and then took a few different breaks and went down to the lounge room and wrote out a bunch of my goals and used that as an opportunity to kind of reflect on what I really want to focus on moving forward into the new year. And I think for me, it's not necessarily wanting to do a million more deals or get a million more listings. It's wanting to continually grow my business, especially a referral-based business, to continue to grow that part of my business, because building and growing your business based on referrals is the nicest way to grow your business. You get the best clients. If they're friends with other past clients of yours, chances are they're also like-minded, so you're likely going to get along with them better, and it's a beautiful thing. So I really just want to continue to serve my clients and provide the best service and grow kind of naturally because of that. And so that feels really exciting. I think having an assistant on board this year is gonna really be a game changer for me, to just have somebody take care of all that back of house stuff. There's a lot of that back of house paperwork that goes into your real estate business, and it can really bog you down. And I'm excited to focus on all the things that I love to do, which is client-facing activities like listing appointments, showings with buyers, making content for people, authentic content that continues to build my brand and establish me as a trusted advisor here in our local market, because through that content I've been able to generate so many beautiful, authentic relationships with clients looking to move out here. Okay, so we are going to check out this little place that makes their own tacos, or makes their own tortillas, I should say. It's called Maiiz. It's just down in Chinatown. The corn tortillas that they make are to die for. They sell them at the grocery stores and some of the local grocery stores here, but they're about $1 a tortilla, so they're definitely not cheap. But that's where I'm gonna take you guys for lunch today. And then I have a listing appointment right after for actually a couple of listings in this same building for the same client, which is just around the corner. But we're gonna grab some food first. The last couple of years at New Year's, I've picked a word of the year, a word that I kind of want to encompass, what I want the year to kind of feel like. And for me this year, that word is going to be intentional. I want to feel intentional about where I'm spending my time, my energy, my focus, so that it's moving the needle for me in all the ways that I want the needle to move for me. And it's not necessarily having or making more money. It's about having more quality relationships, more quality time with my kid, more quality time with Richard, quality clients who I love. And I would say 99.9% of the time that already exists, but continuing to attract those same people and be intentional about who I work with. What do I want 2025 to feel like? Vibrant, energized, in my zone, happy, meaningful, doing fun things. And I think for me, doing fun things is probably so important, probably towards the top of that list for this year, because I feel like the last 5 years, 6 years of kind of getting into real estate and growing my business, it is hard when you're first starting out. And if your business isn't 150% of your focus, your energy, it's really hard to grow in this industry because it is a super, super competitive industry. And I feel like now I'm at a stage with my business where it's consistent enough. I've grown my base, my foundation of my clients and stuff enough that I can take my foot off the gas a little tiny bit and enjoy life a little bit more and do more fun things and spend more time with friends and plan more trips, even if they're kind of more local trips. So that's where that kind of comes from. I want to feel like I've truly invested in my friendships this year. I want to have invested in my retirement. That's also something as an agent you really need to be forward thinking about. I want to be a great mom. I want to find more balance as spending more quality time with Aiden. In 2025, I do want to deliver better client care. I already think I excel at that, but I always think that there's room for improvement. In order to achieve that, I'm gonna need more support, and I already have that in place. I've got an assistant. What else can I share with you? I wanna make at least 24 YouTube videos. That one's for you guys. Okay, that was a super long-winded ramble. Now I'm gonna take you for tacos at this Maiiz place, because we don't have a ton of time.
The best shots for your video.
Yeah.
You kneel down here and then you see the whole video.
Oh, amazing. This is awesome. Thank you. Okay, so they're all coming off of the... Yeah.
Now they flip over, so you don't find a way to go.
Are you making all of these for the restaurant right now, or do you package some of them to send out?
Package to restaurants.
Yeah.
And grocery stores.
Okay, yeah. Amazing. Okay, we're going to look at the corn. Yeah.
Just go for it. Go like this and do it together.
Well, I can't do it because I have to hold my... Oh, you're gonna hold it for me. Thank you. Oh, yum. Mmm. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is the corn in here. Amazing. And it comes from, where does the corn come from then?
Comes from BC.
BC, yeah.
It's organics. And it's organic certified.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Are you the owner or yeah? Awesome.
My name is Israel. So I just saw your camera.
Yeah, thank you.
For videos and
Yeah, it's awesome.
what's your name? Sorry.
Ainsley.
Ainsley.
Yeah.
I'm Israel.
Looks so good. These are the mushroom tacos with guacamole. So I went for a vegetarian option today, even though I'm not vegetarian. A hot sauce. I'm coming back for an update. I'm coming down for a little update on progress. Oh, it's messier. We're not really, but we've got another shelf, it looks like.
The shelves up, they just moved everything around to just.
Oh. I think it looks good. I think you're doing good. It's exciting.